Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 4 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we started creating the kitchen. Now we're going to continue working on this, and then we're going to add the base cabinet as well. So let's continue that by going to section, and then here we're going to use model in place again under architecture, and this will be another generic model, and then click extrusion. We will need to pick a plane, which is this one, and then similar to what we did, we just need to create this, and then after that we need to see where the midpoint is, and I'm just gonna estimate here because I want it to be on the center of the faucet or the sink. So I'm just gonna move it like that, and then I want to make sure that this is 10 distance of 10, which is what we did earlier at the top. And then after that, I'm going to copy this and just estimate. So here we're going to add probably 3. So for that cabinet, and here we could just change it a little bit like so. And by doing that, we could just change some of this to have a double line. So I'm going to manipulate that, and then this one as well. And let's move it a little bit for the distancing. And then like the one that we did at the top, we need to delete first the bottom line and the top line from here. After that, type in SL, that is split element. So just delete that. Okay. And then now use TR, that's trim and extend. And then let's do the one at the top. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this first. So let's change the material, because I always want to change the material so that I have flexibility when I go to Twinmotion afterwards. Click finish first, and then from here, as you can see, we already have set up everything. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create some drawers like this. So I'm gonna edit this again, edit extrusion, and I'm also going to give some space on the side to make it look realistic. And then here Now I'm gonna start adding. I'm gonna maintain the 10 distance, and then similar to what we did, I'm just gonna estimate some of the drawers. So let's give the same distance from here and then here as well. I'm gonna copy this, and then hopefully it's the same distance right here, which I doubt it, but we could just move it with our arrow key. So that's good enough. And then now we need to delete the small lines that we created here as well and here. Now we need to do a split element. And then after that, we need to trim them. TR, trim and extend. Okay. Okay. So now, once we're done, we could just click finish and then finish again. Press escape and go to your 3D. We might need to extend this top. So you could just click on the top. We could use AL as well. So to the face and then to the face, so that we have some space there. Now what I'm gonna do is, let's do something different here by creating some handles. What I'm gonna do is a very simple handle. So we could just use model in place and then go to our section again. Go to architecture, model in place, and this will be another generic model. I'm just gonna basically create another extrusion, and I'm gonna choose this plane to create that. And it will be a very simple rectangular handle. I'm just gonna create this one, and then from here I'm gonna extrude it a little bit more, so around 25. So that's good enough. And then from here we could just copy. So let's just copy everything. And even here. I just need to align this. I think I'm off a little bit here. Mm, There we go. I was off a little bit there. And then I'm going to copy this again and then rotate it around here. I'm going to select everything. So I'm going to use tab, select it, and then rotate it 90. After that, I could use my arrow key keyboard arrow key to just point it like that. And then after that, we could just do mirror. I'm gonna mirror it something there. And then create a copy again. And then assume this is the midpoint of this. What we could do is actually, we could just put this one, the cabinet right here, and then let's erase this part and on the side as well. So now it looks better. And before we click finish, let's make this a different material, which is a metal. Let's use aluminum, apply, and then OK, and then click finish. Finish again, and let's look at it 3D. So very simple, but it looks nice. Maybe we just put around 20 for the extrusion. Yeah, 20 would be good enough. Let's go back and just add here as well. So go back to section. It's not possible for you to just add it right here because we set the plane on this and we have a different depth from the one at the base and from the top. So you will need to do it again. You need to model in place, generic model, and then another extrusion. And then now we're gonna set the plane to this one. And then what I usually do to copy is I'm going to create something like this, select it, and then move it. Let's move it using this, and let's grab it from here. Now I'm going to just add it from here and then move it there and then create a copy somewhere there. And then I'm just gonna create a copy right here and right here. And then just move it about there. So now we're good and we could just click finish. And then let's just use the same materials. And want to make sure that this is 20 extrusion depth as we changed it earlier. Now let's look at it at 3D. And as you can see, we have everything at its place. And even the extrusion was changed. And now everything is looking good. So let's do the island now. So let's go back to level 1. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna move the section view like that. And we're gonna place the island right here. So we're going to go back to architecture, another model in place, and go to generic model and go to extrusion. And it's better to just use a rectangle like this. As you can see, we have a lot of space, so we could just maximize the width and the depth around 1200, and then here we could just make this 2700. So that's good enough. And then we move it a little bit below. After that, we could click or change the material first. So here we're going to make the case to a different, so let's use plastic. I'm gonna use acrylic. Okay, click finish, and let's look at it at 3D. Here we could set the proper height. Let's use 900 there, and then we have the extrusion right there. Click finish, and actually we don't need to click finish. We're gonna add another top. So go to level 1, press escape, create, and then another extrusion from the top here, like that. And as you know, we set it at 900. So extrusion, I believe we need to put 925, 25 millimeters. And then here it will be another stone. So let's look for a stone. Let's use this. Apply, okay. And let's look at it at 3D. Click finish. And there we go. We just need to pull this back to the face. There we go. So bottom face. Click finish. So we have our island created. Now we could just insert some furniture. So maybe we could go to the high end. I want to see if they have a better looking cooktop. So let's use some of this. Range top. Okay. And then let's place it at the top here. So CM, type in CM. So range top, added like that. And what we could do is elevation 925. Okay. And then click it, edit type, uncheck this show label. Click apply and then okay. I want to see it in 3D. It's actually huge. And we just need to create the fine. What we could do is we could just move it below. So let's go to section and move it down like so. I want to see it back again and move it. Let's pull it up a little bit so that we can see the burners. So around 785. I want to see it back again. So that looks good. Okay. And then now let's insert or load the range hood. So hood island. Let's use this and then go to level 1 and then CM. So that's the hood. Let's put it under that. Click it back again so that we could remove the label. Apply and then OK. Now let's go back to our section. We need to fix the height. So I couldn't see it. So we need to put it around 1500 and let's see it in section. There we go. We could just manually put it up, and then as you can see there's an arrow at the top that we could just extend. There we go. We could just rotate this. I'm gonna rotate it like that because I know this one should be on this. After that, we're finished with our kitchen. The last thing that we need to load is the furniture, which is the seating. Let's add this one. CM. And let's add the chairs like so. Select everything and just put it in the middle. So there we go. Finish our kitchen. I'm happy with the design and what we did. So let's continue this on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.